Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a stitch with me. I'm gonna make a start on this kit here that I got from Seven Great a couple of days ago. So yeah, let's open it up. And we don't need that paper bit. Put this here and the canvas, and that's all we need. I will leave that there so you guys can see the picture. Okay, so we have two needles here. Let's just take those out. Put them on there. Okay, so where are we going to start? Let's start here. We'll start here. Number 3. Okay. So I'm just going to show you this because it shows you how I, get my threads ready and all that sort of stuff. If you're a beginner and you don't know, so I'll just pull one of the number 3 there off the thread card, like that, and then basically I just halve it, so we have 3 on this side and 3 on this side, and then I literally just very slowly pull it apart. Sometimes this takes a little while. Don't be too rough with it, because then, too rough too fast you'll get knots. Every now and again just stop to straighten it out, and here we go. It's coming apart quite easily. And then we've got the last little bit, and there we go. So now we need our needles and needle threader. So needle threader, you put the end through the eye of the needle like that. Here, and I just hold it with my finger there to stop it from moving, and then we get our length of thread, put it over the hook part. I just hold on to it, and then we pull this through our needle, and there we go. The needle is threaded. So, right, I shall leave that one over there, and we'll do the same again. I always thread at least 2 needles. It just, because you're going to pull out a length that has 6 strands in it. We're going to use 3. So, once you separate it in half, you may as well just thread 2 needles, and away you go. So here we go. I just make a couple of little knots in the end there. It's not going to hurt anybody or anything. And then we are good to go. Okay, so we'll start. Oh gosh, this is stiff. Wowzers. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. So how is everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. Oh gosh, I'm struggling to even do the sewing method. It's that stiff. This will, it's stiff anyway, and you can sort of crunch it down where you literally just sort of scrunch it up in your hands. It's not going to hurt it as long as you don't get any water on it. It's not going to hurt it. It's not going to damage it. It literally just breaks down the fibres. I probably should have done that before I started, but hey ho, I didn't. But in time, this will, as you work on it, in time this will break down anyway and become softer. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, so what's everybody working on? Did everybody in the States have a fantastic Thanksgiving yesterday? See, us in the UK, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. So, yeah. It was nothing special for us yesterday. It was just another day. Yeah. So, I hope you guys, you know, whatever you did to celebrate, I hope you guys all had a fantastic time, you know, and that you enjoyed yourselves, spending time with friends and family, and yeah, it's nice. This time of year is lovely, you know, people get together that, you know, probably don't get together as anywhere near as much as they should do, you know, so yeah. I can't find the hole. There we go. Yeah, people probably don't get together as much as they should do, and you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving and things, it gives people a reason, basically, to get together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas. You know, it's always nice to spend the day with my parents, and you know, we have an extra one. We have a guest this year all the way from sunny California. So yeah, he will be arriving on, I think it's the 14th of December, in time for my daughter's birthday, because her birthday is the 17th of December. So yeah, that'll be nice for her. We usually all just go out for a meal on her birthday. So yeah, that'll be nice. And then it's my birthday next week, on the 29th. I think it's Wednesday. Oh, itchy nose. Yeah, so yeah, another year older for me. I'll be 43 this year. A ripe old age of 43. Most days I feel like I'm about 93. But hey. Had a letter and a phone call. I felt very important today from the hospital. I have an appointment to go in and see the rheumatology nurse team next Thursday, the 30th. And I was unsure as to what this was for. I wasn't. I just thought maybe it was like a catch-up thing, how you doing, you know, how you coping kind of a thing. But apparently, according to the letter, they're going to give me a steroid injection in my hand, you know, to help with the symptoms and things, because obviously I'm not on any medication at the moment due to, you know, blood problems, and you all know the jazz as to why, you know, I'm not on any medication at the minute for it. So yeah, the doctor has said that yeah, I can have a steroid injection to help with the symptoms, you know. So far, hopefully over Christmas, my hand should feel a lot better than it does. I mean, earlier on I tried to do something and I couldn't get the grip to do it, you know. So I kind of forced it, and then I ended up with a sore hand for about 3 hours. So yeah, I mean, people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't do that, but at the end of the day, it's my right hand. I'm right-handed. What else am I going to do? You know, I just have to force it sometimes, because otherwise I'm not going to get anything done. You know, and I can't find the hole again. What is going on? There we go. So, yeah, you know, sometimes I just have to force it to do what I want it to do, even though, you know, it doesn't always want to do what I want it to do, because it's too swollen and it's too sore, and yeah. So, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so hopefully after this this injection, it should ease off a little bit for a while we try and, you know, find out what the heck is going on with my bloods. You know, it's yeah. It's all a bit up in the air at the moment still, but, you know, I'm just rolling with it, because at the end of the day, at least it's not what it could have been, if anybody gets my drift there. I think you probably do, if you've watched any of my videos before. So, yeah. Anyway, what is everybody else working on? Let me know in the comments what you're working on, or, you know, jump across to our Facebook group. You know, you can leave me some pictures there of what you're working on, and, you know, myself and my subscribers, we're a lovely bunch, you know, very friendly, very helpful to one another. So, you know, if you fancy it, I will leave the link for the Facebook group in the description for anybody that wants to sort of jump across and say hi, share your work. You know, there's no judgment, so if you're a beginner and you think you're making an absolute mess, don't worry about it. We've all been there. We all started at some point, you know, pretty much knowing nothing. I mean, I've told my how I started cross stitch story, told it a couple of times now, but I literally started knowing nothing. And when I started, there was no internet, there was nothing, you know, and there was nobody that I knew that knew what they were doing either. So it was literally a case of I taught myself. So yeah, I'm sure some of my beginning pieces were not at their best, shall we say. But, you know, practice makes perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. So, you know, don't worry about it. I still make mistakes now. Yesterday, I was working on one of my kits, and twice I made the mistake. Actually, it was twice. I threaded my 2 needles like I always do from the full, you know, 6-strand piece, and I got distracted for like 10 minutes or so. At the end of one, I'd put my needle on the needle threader, ready to pick up the second needle, and in between that time I got distracted, and when I picked up the second needle, I thought, oh, that's the symbol I'm working on, and I started stitching on it, and then come to realise that actually, no, that wasn't the symbol I was working on at all. I was working on something else. That was the symbol I was working on before that. So then I had to go and unpick it all. And then later on, I did exactly the same thing. I went to a symbol that I'd already worked on previously, and then I had to unpick it all. Yeah, last night I think I should have just given up. I think I should have just given up and, yeah, passed it off as a bad job, because I spent half of the night unpicking. And of course, unpicking is not as quick as stitching it in the first place. And it's not as fun. Definitely not as fun. So, yeah. I hope I don't do the same tonight. I really do not fancy it. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I don't fancy spending half of the evening unpicking my work. That's never fun. You know, you working along quite happily, and then something happens and you realise, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I've already been here and done this. So, yeah. Ugh. So, yeah, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that we'll make mistakes. There, see, I have made a mistake. Let me show you. Here. This is the row that I'm working on right now. This is the row above it. Do you see what I've done? I've crossed two stitches. So I'll show you how I fix that. Okay, I will literally come in here to the one that should have had the separate crossover, and I will cross it over. Nowhere near as noticeable now. A little bit noticeable, but not as bad. So, and I think here I have come down too far, because that is laying a lot further down than the others. So let me find the actual real hole, which would be there. So you see, let me show you. This is where I've gone in, and I shouldn't have done. I have basically split the fibres of the Aida, and now my needle is coming in above it where the hole actually should be, or where it is, the hole actually is, and I should have gone in. But this is easily covered up. This is not a problem. Do you see? It's, you know, with even seasoned stitchers make mistakes. I mean, that thing there that I just shown you where I crossed over, you know, two stitches, I do that. I won't say quite often, but yeah, I have done that quite a few times. And at first I was I was unpicking it. But now I say I just yeah, I found that little way to instead of unpicking it all, yeah, I found that little way to just sort of cover it up. So yeah, if you look now at a distance, you can hardly even tell where it was. So yeah, and these little imperfections, they make your work sometimes, you know. It's there are stitchers out there on YouTube that, you know, strive for perfection every single time. I don't, because life's not perfect. So see, now I've got to the bit there, so when I come back and cross that, I'll show you how I do that. So yeah, there are stitchers out there that strive for perfection. I don't strive for perfection. Life is not perfect. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination ever in any universe. So, you know, sometimes you just have to embrace the little imperfections in your work. You know, do you think that these people that, you know, created these very, very old, I mean, we're talking years ago, these people that created these massive tapestries, do you think that they are perfect? Do you think that they didn't make mistakes? Because I will 100% guarantee you that they did. And to the naked eye, you won't know it's there. You won't know the mistake is there. But I will guarantee you there will be imperfections. And I'm pretty sure they didn't worry about it, you know. Unless it's a case of, oh, I've stitched black where it should have been pink, you know. Unless it's that sort of mistake, that's pretty noticeable. But other than that, you know, these little things like I've shown you here, these, you're not even going to know they're there, you know. So, right, we are here to this bit where I, you know, where on this row above, I came down a little bit and split the fibres there. So I found the actual hole. So all I am going to do is work right over that and go into the actual hole. And there you go. Can you even tell? No. So there you go, folks. Some things are just easily fixed. You know, and these little fixes that I'm finding, that, yeah, they're just ways that I have, like, you know, sat back and thought, well, I don't fancy unpicking all of that work just for that tiny little thing. How can I get around it? And, you know, I found these little ways of getting around it when I do things like that, which saves me a whole lot of work because I don't have to unpick it. And yeah. So there we go. Some more little tips and tricks for you there from my good old self. Okay. So this, I am going to have to, once I finish this thread, I am going to have to crunch this down because it is so difficult. That's why I ended up doing what I was doing, what I did, where, you know, where I split the fibres and didn't go into the hole. That's because this is so stiff and hard to work on. So I will show you how I crunch it down once I finish this length of thread. Oh, that's my dog. I do apologise. She's been to the groomers today, and she's not happy with me at all. And see now, look what's going on. There we go. Yeah, she's not happy with me at all. She's not my friend, and she isn't now, sort of, even though she's had a bath and all of that and she's clean, she's just having a bit of a scratch here and there because obviously, you know, there's loose hairs and things. But yeah, she was not my friend. She was not my friend for a good couple of hours afterwards. She refused to come to me. She just lay in her bed. She was not a happy bunny. But yeah, she's getting there now. She's still not 100% my friend. But she's getting there. She's just not happy because I took her. But she's all right. At least she's clean and she's clipped and she looks all beautiful now, ready for Christmas. I mean, she's been clipped short, so she has a couple of jumpers, you know, for when we go out and it's cold and things, she can have a jumper on. Because I don't want my puppy to get cold. Right, we're not far off the end of this thread now, folks. Sorry, the canvas is rubbing on the table as I'm stitching, so you can probably hear that annoying noise. I'm going to end that there. Okay, so To end my thread, I literally just turn it over, pull the needle through, and I work my way under a couple of stitches, pull the needle through, out, and there you go. I have never had an issue with my work coming undone when I end off that way. Okay, so that's that little bit that we've done there on, and that was just the first 3 strands, the first threaded needle. Right, so to crunch this up, I'm literally just going to fold it like this, so far up, okay? And then I'll just sort of squish it about a bit like that, okay? And then I literally just do this. I will just fold it and squish it like this, all the way along. Okay, and then I will undo it a bit and I'll go back and do the same again, because now obviously there's less thickness to it. This will crease it, this will crease your canvas, but that's not going to matter. The crease will come out. There we go, so there. That is how I loosen up, and now it is much easier. I mean, if you look at the difference, right, this is me one end, I can just scrunch it up. However, this end, no, it's just stiff. So yeah, that does work. Like I say, it will crease your work, it will crease the canvas, but it's not going to matter. This, it will come out, you know. And I mean, you're going to have to wash this anyway when you've completed it, obviously, to get all the ink off. You know, you will soak it, so in that soaking process the creases will come out anyway. Don't worry about the creases, it's not an issue. But it just makes it a whole lot easier to hold on to and to work with when it's been crunched down like that. So yeah, there we go. So we've done that little bit down here. I'll carry on and finish my thread on that piece there. Yeah, so there we go, folks. So thank you very much for watching. Just wanted to do a little stitch with me there. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please do give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. And if you can think of anyone else that might enjoy my videos, then please do give me a share. Okay, folks. So until next time, you take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, bye-bye.